Okay, so we're on. This is a kind of an introduction to the breathing exercises that I've been doing lately. They're very, very simple, very, very good to boost the immune system, very, very good to help you process things psychologically, emotionally. It's kind of like you're connecting with the link between the body and the mind, and so using the breath to take you deeper into the physiology of your psychology, but also as a physical detox. It helps pushes dead tissue into the lymphatic system of your body, and also helps you to alkalize your body, which turns it into it's kind of like what would we call it? It's like an environment then that no microbial responses in the body can exist in. So the more you alkalize the body, the more difficult it is for the microbes to come and start to break down the tissue. An acidic environment for the body is where diseases generally tend to thrive, but an alkaline environment for the body is where it's very difficult for these microbes to exist, and so the body is then healthy and happy and strong. Okay, so the basics of it is you want to fill up all your lungs, so you start filling up at the bottom and then move it into the chest. And you can do this by breathing in through the mouth, and you want to breathe in as much oxygen as possible, but not in a way that strains you necessarily or causes you kind of discomfort. So for me, it would look like this. And then you just let it kind of fall out gently. So it's a big breath in and then just gently exhale. You don't need to exhale all the way. You just exhale enough until it feels like you can take another big breath in. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to take in more oxygen than we're putting out, so that extra oxygen is moving itself into the body. So what we're going to do is we can build up to this. We would like to do 30 breaths in a row, and then on the 30th breath, hold that oxygen in for as long as possible. But you can build up to it. If 30 breaths is a lot, you can build up we can go from 5 breaths first, and then to 10 breaths, and then try 15, and then try 20, and then try 25, and then try 30. Or if it feels uncomfortable to go all the way for 30, because it can get quite intense, there can be tingling, there can be sometimes the muscles start to cramp up, and this is all perfectly normal. This is nothing to worry about. This is just the body detoxifying itself as it kind of floods itself with oxygen, and electricity starts to rise in the body. There's a lot more electrical activity that happens. So it's all perfectly okay, but it can, if you're not sure what's happening at first, it can be a little bit disconcerting. But it's all totally fine. Just go to the edge of where you feel comfortable, and maybe a little bit beyond, but really just use your own body, your own system as a guide. Ideally, what we would like to work up to is 3 sets of 30 breaths. 3 sets of 30 breaths. If not, it can be at first 3 sets of 10 or 3 sets of 20 or something like that. Or you can just build up in a natural progression. There is also no limit to the... let's see. There's also no limit to the amount of times that you can do this during a day. Even if you just take a few minutes to do 5 breaths, or even seconds just to do 5 breaths and then hold it, it's all going to help. It's like adding to your account. Like the more you just stop and consciously oxygenate the body, the better the more you're creating this alkaline, healthy, well oxygenized environment, and there's none of the microbes that cause disease can survive in that environment. There's all kinds of literature on the internet to back this up, but this is probably one of the most effective forms of DIY psychotherapy, emotional trauma processing, and physiologically healthy practices that I've found in all the different things that I've explored, and it's remarkably simple. So suspend some disbelief just yet. And yeah, let's start. Let's see how we go. I'm going to do 30 breaths, then I'm going to hold it for as long as I can. And yeah, you can follow along if you like. Okay, ready? Fully in, and then let go, and then fully in, and let go, fully in, and let go, and fully in, and let go. And you get the idea, and we'll continue along now. Last 10. Last 5. Fully in, hold. So obviously exhale when it feels right for you, and you can actually build up. I think that was about 2 minutes holding my breath, and you can build up and build up, which increases your lung capacity. It increases the amount of oxygen you can actually take in, and it expands your lungs out, so that when you do breathe, you're getting a fuller breath. And when you're doing a fuller breath, you're really filling your body with more kind of life force. I don't know how many people know this, but the Latin word for breath also meant spirit. So this breath in a lot of the Eastern traditions is very much recognized as the bridge between the body and mind, connected by what they would call spirit. So it's very, very important, and you can feel as you make this a kind of a regular practice, it just starts to impact your psychology. It starts to impact the emotional frameworks, and your physiological responses to things tend to become a lot more well balanced. Have a play around with it and see how it goes. And if you have any questions or feedback, you can drop me a line, and hopefully I can answer them. All right, thanks very much.